Hey guys, how are you? This is John Jester again coming back to you. In this lesson, I want to go over a couple of things. One, I want to go over these things behind me, these um, red candles and these aqua candles behind me. We call them candlesticks, specifically Japanese candlesticks. And I'm going to go over in this video what they are and what they represent, what they mean to us, you and I. Also going to go over what is a pip, because the pips are related to these candlesticks, and what are lot sizes. All right, so I'd like to get that by in this video. If I have to split it up, I'll split it up, but I'll try and get as much as I can in this video. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen, and let me lock this so nobody jumps in on me. Share my screen. And I'm going to hop into the market. Share. Okay, so now I'm here in the foreign exchange market. This is the real market. Erase all this stuff here. This is the Great Britain pound, Australia dollar. And let me blow this up so that you can see these candlesticks. Okay. Now with these candlesticks, they represent time. Okay, and time, depending on which time frame that you're on. So hold on, let me take a pause. All right, guys, I am back. Someone was at the door. Let me put my headphones back on. Someone was at the door, so I answered the door, and I am back now. I know I was talking about Japanese candlesticks and what they are, so since I have the screen up, I want to get right to it and explain to you what they are. Now, these are called candlesticks for the obvious reasons of these bodies. What we call the body of the candle is representing the majority of the candlestick, and you see these wicks right here at the end of some of them. They have wicks here. This one has a long wick on both ends. This is where they get the name, the term Japanese candlestick from. And they represent time in the market. So each candlestick, as you can see over here, you have a countdown timer going. The current market is right here. Let me point over here for you. As you can see, this green candle is constantly moving. Okay, you're gonna see it move up or move down. And you're gonna see a timer over here that's counting down 6:59, 58, 57, 56. As that timer is counting, that means we got 6 minutes and 50 seconds left for this candle. Now, being over here, that we're on the 15-minute time frame right up top here, each of these candles represent 15 minutes of time that passes by. So right now it is currently 1:38. Bring that clock up real quick. 1:38, okay, 36. And what happens is 1:38, you got 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. When it becomes 1:45, this candlestick will stop, and then another candle will open up. Okay, so that's on the 15-minute time frame. If I take it down to the 5-minute time frame, each of these candles represent 5 minutes of time. So as you can see, it's 58 seconds, 56, 55, 54. And that's because it's 1:39. And by the time this counts down to 1 o'clock, 1:40, this new candle will start. So I'm going to leave it here so you can see we got 42 seconds left. We got 40 seconds left. And this happens on every time frame, whether we're on the 5-minute, 15-minute, 1 hour, 4-hour daily, you're going to see a countdown happening. We got 29 seconds happening here, and this candle is constantly moving. It's going to move. So this candle began where this candle right here left off. Okay, so 14 seconds left. When this candle ends up here, you're going to see another candle begin. And this candle remained green because it's higher than where this candle ended. So now a new candle just started, and it's going to float either red or green, depending upon whether it's below or above this area right here where this candle ended. And you've seen it in real time. Okay, if it goes below this level right here, it's going to turn red. As long as it stays above where this candle ended, it's going to be green. So as you go from one candle to another, this candle right here, it opened up right here. Throughout the 5-minute time span, it went down. This is the wick, this is the lowest point. There's also a wick up here, which is the highest point. And then it closed right here. When it closed here, this candle opened up. And this was the highest point that it reached up here on the top wick. This was the lowest point that it reached down here. And it opened here and closed here, 5 minutes. And each 5 minutes, it's going to open and close. So it does that on each time frame, whether I'm on the 5-minute or the 15-minute or the hour. There's just candles representing time. As one candle ends, the next candle begins. As this candle ends, this candle begins. As it ends, this one begins, ends up here. This one begins, ends down here. This one begins, ends up here. Okay? So you don't have to remember this, but it's like a seed that I'm planting in your head. So as you start to learn more, then you're going to start to go, okay, I get that. Okay? So that is Japanese candlesticks. Now, the measurement of these sticks is something that we call pips. Okay, let me write that out. Measurement of what we call these sticks, we call them pips. All right, which is short for price interest points. Okay, price interest points, it measures the market. So it measures the market like we would measure inches in yards. So we was measuring from here to here, we would say, hey, that's about 3 inches. Okay, that's like a 1/4 of an inch. That's how we measure in our world. In the finance world, they measure in inches. If you were talking in the mortgage world or the stock world, they measure in points. Okay, so we measure in pips. So I'm going to show you how this measure stick right here can measure our points. So if I left click right here and I scroll down, it starts to count. You see a counter going right here. That's 115 pips. 115 pips. That's what we look to measure. I'm going to show it again. It's a measure stick right here. I'll left click on it. Come here, we measure in pips. Okay, so what we're going to be trying to do is try to get 30 pips per day in the market. So all we need to do is get a small piece. Let me show you what a day looks like. This is the 21st. I'm sorry, this is the 18th of March. And let me go down to 17, 18 starts right here. Okay, so this is midnight. This is midnight. This is 1:44. Okay, so from 1:44 midnight up until this point, the market moved 72.8 pips. All we need is 30 out of it. It moves 72.8 pips. All we're looking for is to get 30 a day. And if you've seen my video on the pips, you know we look to get 30 pips a day. Of course, you can get more, but start at 30, all right? I know if you want to get 40 or 50 or 60, you got to get 30 first. 30 pips a day at 0.01. Oh, we're talking lot sizes now. 30 pips a day can bring you in a certain amount of money. So that's pips. Now we're going to talk lot sizes. Lot sizes is the instrument that allows you to leverage your money. So when you're using lot sizes, we use the smallest lot size, the mini lot size at 0.01. And you're not going to remember this, but just know that at 0.01, each pip is worth 10 cents. Okay? And then you have 0.02, 0.03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, all the way up to 0.10. And with 0.10, each pip is worth $1 in real money. Okay, this is 10 cents. This is $1. Show you how the magic happens. And then you can go from 0.10 to 0.11, 12, 13, all the way up to 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, all the way till you get to 1.00. And when you get to 1.00, each pip is worth $10 per pip. All right. Now, what we try to do is try to teach you how to get 30 pips per day. Okay. Now, imagine here, I said we would 70, how many pips we would? All right, so from here, we went 72 pips, roughly. We went as high as 108 pips. See this wick right here. All right, we went as high as 108 pips. All right, so with this movement alone, if you was trying, based off of this movement, if you stayed into the market to here, I'm going to round it up at, it says 72, I'm going to just make it 70. Let me show you what that would look like using your lot sizes. So 70 pips. First one is 0.01. That's 10 cents a pip. That would equal $7. Okay, so imagine you putting this in at night before you go to bed. All right, you put the trade in set before you go to bed. Then you come on your lunch break, you're at work. You come outside, check your phone on your lunch break. It's 1:45, and you have $7 in your account. Okay, just like that. Now I'm going to show you what that same scenario would look like with a 0.10. Same scenario will give you $70, right? See, because what you're doing is we're just measuring pips. The market does not care what lot size you have in, as long as you have the money to cover it. In that same scenario, the same 70 pips that happened today from midnight till 1:45 would have gave you $700 if you had a 1.00 lot size. Okay, so you're going to learn more about this. You're going to hear more about this as you go into training. Lot size. Okay. Dollar amount. That's what you will make. And pips. Hope this makes sense. Hope this is clear to you. If not, don't worry about it. It will be, because we talk about this over and over and over and over again. All right, 70 pips. We're only trying to get 30 pips a day, but this gave you 70 pips, $7 if you had a 0.01. So that's if you had about $20, a $50 account size. All right, you could do this. For this one, you would need about a $200, maybe $500 lots account. For this one, you should have at least you should have $2,000 in your account in order to use this 1.00. Okay. All right. So if you had $100 or $50 and you made 7, that's a good return on your investment. You can't put $100 in your bank account, your savings account, and come back, 13 hours later and see your account raise up to $7, $70 or $700. It just doesn't work like that. But in this market, this is the way it works, and this is what your banks are doing. This is what your pension companies are doing. This is what your insurance companies are doing, and this is what all the big hedge funds are doing. They're taking our money and they're reinvesting it and giving us back crumbs. Okay, so this is your lesson on lot sizes, on pips. All right, and pips are price interest points, and candlesticks. So hope this helps a little bit. If it doesn't help, it will become clearer as we go along. Okay, this is John Jester signing out on this video. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.